And so the reason why we went there, we went to submit our worries unto God. But God had other plans at that moment. In fact, he was not interested in our problem. At that time, God was speaking. And what he wanted us to do was to exalt him in the pain. When we were done, I checked the time and it was 12:01. From 7 to 12:01, we were just worshiping. We finished and we said amen and we left. But for our own means, at every point in time, God is speaking, but our heart is so full of burden to the extent that we have made God our source of only goods. It is sad that we love the miracles than the giver of the miracles. You see, the problem is that we are interested in the tap water that is flowing, but we are not interested in the source of the water. Do you know? Because the tap water can get blocked, but the source has unlimited supply. And so when a believer moves through trials and affliction, it is as though he has sinned against God. He has sinned against God. So we don't have giants in the faith. We don't have giants. No. We don't have men who are serious for God. We don't have people who can stand in times of pain, who can stand in times of difficulty, who can stand in times of affliction. Because the kind of Christianity we are preaching today is butter and bread. But I am telling you, the kingdom of our God is not by sleeping. It's not in many ways. It is in demonstration of power. And the power does not come on silver platter. No. Let's look at 1 Samuel chapter 30. 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 1 and 6. 1 Samuel 30. Among the gods, who is like thee? You are glorious in fear. Enyamenimo, wana no te se o amwangwade. And it came to pass when David and his men were come to Ziklag on the third day that the Amalekites had invaded the south and Ziklag and smitten Ziklag and burnt it with fire. Let's continue. Verse 2. We are reading to 6. And had taken the women captive that were therein. They slew not any, neither great or small, but carried them away and were on their way. Verse 3. So David and his men came to the city, and behold, it was burnt with fire. Were with him lifted up their voice, and wept until they had come back. Lifted up their voice and wept. Come back. 3. Lifted up. Shut up. And David and his people that were with him lifted up their voice and wept until they had no more power to weep. Verse 5. And David's 2 wives were taken captive, Ahiman, the Jezreelite, and Abigail, the wife of Nabal, the Canaanite. Verse 6. Now what this? And David was greatly distressed, for the people spoke of stoning him, because the souls of the people was grieved, every man for his son and for his daughter. But David encouraged himself in the Lord his God. Now, this is where our topic is from. Let me give you a short